His wife calls on those responsible to turn themselves in.
As Tan Trong reports, she believes the crime could have been prevented with more boots on the ground.
There's another granddaughter that he was proud of.
On Friday, Lisa Stemley hugged one of her many grandchildren as she offered a flower and condolences. Less than 24 hours ago, she says her husband, 60-year-old Miguel Stemley, was killed during an attempted carjacking near Bienville and Burgundy Streets in the French Quarter. A source tells Fox 8 multiple suspects were involved. Stemley says whoever is responsible may not have stolen his car, but ended up robbing her family of someone so precious.
He took a loving father, he took a loving husband, he took everything from me.
Lisa Stemley says Miguel worked in construction most of his life, but after suffering a heart attack, started driving full-time for Uber in 2020. Around 8:30 Thursday night, New Orleans police say an Uber driver was killed after getting pinned underneath his own car in a carjacking in the French Quarter. Stemley says it's difficult to think of her husband dying in such a way.
I wouldn't want to see that happen to anybody, not even the person who did that to him. I wouldn't want nobody to go through what I'm going through right now. You know, it's unnecessary to take a person's life for nothing. You know, a vehicle, you know, that you didn't even get, it doesn't make sense.
After a much publicized period of reduced crime, the police superintendent acknowledges the city is experiencing a spike in deadly incidents. That includes another carjacking that took the life of a father picking up his son at a daycare just last week.
We've been experiencing some wonderful times of peace, but we have been experiencing an uptick. So I would ask people to be mindful of your surroundings as you go to your car, get in your car, close the door, lock it, and go about your business.
Lisa Stemley also drives for a rideshare. The loss of her husband makes her uneasy about her job.
It does make me think twice, you know, but I have to work, you know. I'm not old enough to draw Social Security, you know, so I'm between a rock and a hard place right now.
This homicide happened at a time when there's a lot of debate about whether the National Guard should be posted here in New Orleans. For Lisa Stemley, there is no debate.
Everybody said they didn't want the troops. This happened in the French quarters. So if the troops was here, they would have been on that corner because it's in the French quarters. And maybe that could have been prevented.
The police chief says officers have been able to make relatively quick arrests in several recent deadly crimes. Miguel Stemley's family hopes that holds true for them. In New Orleans, Tan Trong, Fox 8 Local First.